What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 5 Cold War 2 video. A new video about the next Black Ops game, basically. So we have some new leaks about it, as well as potentially maybe a game not necessarily the new Black Ops game. So first up, I just want to say that this is kind of a roundup of a lot of rumors over the last several months. I kind of wanted to start out this video just going over all the rumors about it. I mean, just the other day we got a huge leak saying that there was not going to be a game released in 2023, and instead Treyarch's game is going to be pushed back to 2024. Little unfortunate, but you know, I still want to make another video about that where we fully go in depth about what that can mean, because I mean, in all honesty, it can be a good thing, but also it can be, I guess, a bad thing. I don't know. We're going to kind of really go into depth of how much time Treyarch will have to make that game and just a lot of stuff like that. But first up, let's start out with some leaks. It comes from Ralph over on Twitter. First one is he just shared an image of Black Ops 3, says 2023. Now this is a tweet from back in November 6th, so this is for months ago, so obviously this was before they announced, or they, it was leaked, it was delayed, so essentially, forget about 2023, just pretend this says 2024. And then he comments, similar to the setting seen in Battlefield 2042, setting itself in the near future. Interesting. Because, I mean, if the game does release in 2024, then, it'll, be pretty close to 2042 almost. We're pretty close. But, it'd be kind of similar to that, how, like, Black Ops 2 released in 2012, but it took place in 2025, so 13 years in the future. So, I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting there. But, yeah, so near future, which I think would be interesting. I also think it'd be really cool if we got something about Black Ops 2, since the DLC season for this new Black Ops game is going to be taking place in the year 2025. I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool if we got maybe some sort of DLC or something that talked about it. But anyways, basically that's what all the rumors are saying lately, is that the next Black Ops game, it's going to be near future. And honestly, I really like that setting. I like that setting because that's the setting like Black Ops 4 took place in, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 2. It's a good setting. Modern is good, even near future is good. Like Black Ops 3 took place like well in the future and it had jetpacks and stuff, but I think it still worked. It was still pretty good. But yeah, so next up, he says Treyarch has since suffered a heavy loss of their original developers and creative staff due to burnout and several separate issues. The team seems to be going through an identity crisis internally. They aren't exactly experiencing development hell, rather role confusion. I mean, this also, is part because Dan Bunting also quit. That was a big old scandal back late last year. That was a big old thing. But yeah, it says a lot of the staff has kind of left the studio. They say due to burnout and several separate issues. So to me, I take that as, I mean, like he says here, it's not development hell rather than role confusion. So I think it's, Treyarch has been used and abused the last couple of years, where Activision's just thrown them into literally everything. And I think, that's got to like really do some harm to Treyarch, where a lot of their employees are probably being overworked and stuff, and probably just kind of stressed out, having to work on like literally every single Call of Duty project that there is now, which we can talk about next. He says there are currently 10 studios attached to developing Modern Warfare 2, so that's Demonware, High Moon, Toys for Bob, Infinity Ward, 3 Infinity Ward studios, Beanox, Activision, Raven Software, Sledgehammer, and apparently Treyarch is helping out. They say Treyarch is also helping out, all hands on deck. He also says circumstances are different. It was earlier described to me as a once-in-a-generation title, hence why essentially every Activision studio are assisting the game's development. Things are moving smoothly. But then somebody asked him, okay, what is Treyarch doing with this, and will it affect their 2023, now 2024 game in terms of development? He says they're assisting in lacking areas. This hardly affects their next game. It's common practice. So, yeah, I mean, this is probably why they're kind of burnt out a little bit, is because they're still having to do stuff. They're still having to do stuff for Vanguard, Vanguard Zombies, Vanguard Rank Play, and focus on Modern Warfare 2, but then they also still got to focus on their next game, which is part of the reason why I'm sure they were very glad to get another year for their game. But it's just kind of interesting. Like, they say that Treyarch is kind of burnt out right now. And, I don't blame them. I think they've been really going hard since, like, 2015. They've really been, like, pushing themselves quite a bit. But, next up, they actually put out a tweet on the 7th of February that said, Treyarch is growing. Apply to join one of the industry's most talented and passionate teams with openings in art, design, production, engineering, and more. Now that can just be, they're obviously like working on new projects and stuff, so they're always looking to expand their team. This isn't anything new. Literally every time a game is in development, they always hire people and then they always like let them go. They're kind of like seasonal workers. Every time a game comes out, they always do this. Microsoft does this. Microsoft subcontracts out to companies, and like that's what happened with Halo Infinite. They only, contracted people on for like a year at a time, and so that's part of the reason why Halo Infinite kind of had some problems. Because, if they had him on for like over a year, they had to have him as like a full employee or whatever. But basically every time a new game comes out, they hire people. So it could just be that. But it also could be, the earlier tweet that we went over where it's saying, yeah, there's a lot of people leaving Treyarch. And they're kind of, going through a lot of employees right now. So I don't know. It's just interesting that, they kind of lined up there with that. Next up is something that will actually, be involved with this new COD game, this new Black Ops game. And this is that he says, going forward, Activision plans for all studios to employ the IW proprietary engine for all upcoming iterations as they pass into the next generation. Much like the id Tech 3 engine, each studio will likely customize it where they see suitable. Also interesting, he says this further extends to any remastered titles issued in the future. But yeah, so the next COD game, the next Black Ops game, is going to take place on basically the Modern Warfare engine, which is, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a good engine graphically, but it's just, I don't know. I do think, like they're saying here, like it should be like id Tech 3, where they can each kind of take it where they want it. Treyarch eventually took that engine and developed it in their own Black Ops engine. They used in Black Ops 1, further enhanced it for Black Ops 2, fully like revamped it for Black Ops 3, and then did it again for Black Ops 4, and of course again in Cold War. Cold War is still an evolution of that engine. There was a lot of talk when Cold War came out, people being like, oh, this engine's a step down from Modern Warfare and stuff. But it sounds like Activision wants everybody to be on one single engine. I'm sure that would help out with development across all these studios, especially, for games that they're all going to be working out on together, because then it'll be kind of a unified experience, unified development where, they're all familiar with the engine and everything that goes into it. So kind of interesting, kind of fascinating. Next up, and lastly for this video, is that there is a new rumor. Now this is a rumor kind of from an iffy source, so take this one with a grain of salt. I'm not going to speculate on this too much, but he says, huge rumor there will be a free-to-play Treyarch Zombies game released in 2023. This could be huge for the Call of Duty franchise if executed correctly. So, I mean, we did have a leak saying that, okay, in 2023, Treyarch will not be releasing their main title game, their next Black Ops game, but there will be some sort of Call of Duty title, free-to-play game. Apparently it is not Warzone Mobile. It'll be just some free-to-play Call of Duty game there. There was talk that maybe it was going to be like a zombies, like custom zombies. So like how we had with Black Ops 3, they're going to release mod tools for like Cold War or something like that. But this new leak, if it is to be believed, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Could be a free-to-play zombies game. It would be interesting. I think it would be cool, free-to-play. They'd probably only put out like a couple maps where it'd just kind of be like a offshoot zombies game. Probably just with like mod tools would be my guess. You could do custom maps and stuff on it, free-to-play game. I don't know, just kind of something probably to hold the community over. And it also especially lines up with the fact that, hey, in Modern Warfare 2, we're not going to get a zombies. And of course, Activision knows zombies sells, but we've had zombies for forever now. And it's kind of interesting. Like Vanguard has zombies. Modern Warfare 2 won't. But then the next year, apparently won't have anything unless it's this zombies one. Then we're finally going to get zombies again in 2024. So I don't know, take that one with a grain of salt, but let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, it would be cool to get a free-to-play zombies game, but personally, I don't see it being as like intuitive and as big as like a full Black Ops zombies game. My guess is since it's gonna be free-to-play, it's just gonna be kind of like a little side project that they release, something they kind of put a little bit of effort into, but kind of gets tossed aside. My guess is I would probably liken it to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was awesome, it was fun, but it was campaign only, and they released it, and then they pretty much forgot about it right after they released it. They were like, okay, here it is, okay, and then they alright, never talked about it ever again. So that's at least my guess about that, but it remains to be seen. So interesting stuff there, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.